Now to the federal budget. It's on tomorrow and all eyes are on whether Labor can deliver its many election promises. Can they bring down power prices, fix aged care, boost nurse numbers, all while reducing spending? Joining me now is Best in the Business, Terry McCrann. Terry, thank you so much for your time. What are you expecting to see in the budget tomorrow?
Well, I think you captured it there, Rita, immediately. He wants to look like he's delivering all the promises indirectly. I mean, he's not bringing down power prices. He's just going to hand out billions of dollars to households, some households.
Our money that he's handing out.
Exactly. He wants you to focus on the good side of the budget, all the things he's spending. He's playing Santa in May. But the money, where is the money coming? And secondly, from that economic perspective, I'm going to deliver the surplus. It'll be, we don't know yet whether it'll be this year or next year, probably this year, but straight back into deficit after that. That's on the projections. What he doesn't want you to focus on is where is the money coming from. And he's had this harvest of money pouring in from the resources industry, plus personal income tax, bracket creep.
4 billion bracket creeps adding to the bottom line.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's going to pay for the power subsidy.
Well, this is an issue because are we going to see a surplus like the Wayne Swan surplus that never actually eventuated, or is this going to be a real surplus? Because it has been since the 1980s since federal Labor actually delivered a surplus.
Well, exactly. Back to the early Paul Keating, not the later Paul Keating. And as you say, Wayne Swan promised the surpluses. They didn't arrive. What we're going to get again is a projection of a surplus, even if it's just for this year, which has only got a couple of months to go. But you've got to go back to that spending side, Rita. They are locking in new spending streams. I mean, they hand out a power price subsidy this year. They're not going to hand it out next year. Plus that elephant in the room, the NDIS. They say they're going to tackle the NDIS, rein in that ridiculously humongous spending, but can they? And can they sustain it when we start counting down towards the next election?
Well, the Prime Minister was talking about the single parent payment increase. Let's hear from him.
So we want to extend the financial safety net for single parent families by raising the age in which it is cut off for the youngest child of a single parent for single parenting payment from 8 years to 14 years. What that will do is to make sure that women in particular, but also fathers, in situations of raising children by themselves can have that sense of security.
That's quite a jump from 8 years to 14 years. Is this good policy, or should we be encouraging these mums to re-enter the workforce?
Well, Rita, it only partly reverses the decision made by the previous Labor government back in 2010 or 11 to cut the age back. I mean, ideally, obviously, you want to do things to encourage workforce participation. You want to do things to encourage productivity. But the mindset of this government is that we will spend your money better on your behalf. And the focus is not on actually doing the things which will make the workforce more productive and earn more genuinely because they are generating more product and productivity. But we will have this long list of handouts to cover up for the things that the Labor Party in government is forcing you to pay more for.
Well, one thing they're going to have to be forking out, you mentioned earlier, $1.5 billion package to help people pay for their power bills, which are going up, and we know Labor promised that our power bills will be coming down. Around 40 to 50% of households will qualify for this payment, up to $500. Not everyone will get $500 even if they qualify. I mean, this is akin to putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, a self-inflicted gunshot wound, I might add here.
And Rita, we're not going to stop self-inflicting that wound.
No.
Come next year, you're going to have another round of even further power increases. And at the same time, we're not encouraging the use of our coal and our gas domestically. We're sending it overseas. We're happy to earn the income from that, and that feeds into the budget and pays some of the subsidy, which is just a roundabout process.
Well, that doesn't seem like a sensible. What do you feel about budget time? Is it the best part of the year for you, or can you just wait for it to be over?
Well, I can't wait for it to be over, actually, because it's politicians spinning tales using your money to bribe you, and I don't think that's a very attractive package.
This is why we love you, Terry, because you unwrap all that for us. You tell us precisely what is happening. Terry McCrann, thank you for joining me.
Rita.